emocionada porque cuando yo le mandé un mensaje a este muchacho, ya yo tenía su número grabado. Yo dije, niño, yo me había acostado contigo. Y él me dijo, no creo, no me acuerdo. Yo tampoco, pero en Miami uno nunca sabe. Hoy tengo el animal de la comedia, el caballo. Aplaude que no hay boche.
Es lo que hay, chica. Oye, y no digas mentira que nosotros nos hubiéramos recordado si singamos.
Sí, es verdad. It's true. It's true. But you know what the thing is? Now that I'm not in the industry, I don't think like that. But before, when I was in the industry, there's so many actors and there's so many upcoming people. And then I was in the mainstream business too, so I didn't know. Yo tengo el teléfono because I slept with him. Is he a porn star? Is he in the main?
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you're saying that when people will say hi to you,
and I recognize
it was like,
yes.
You don't know if I fucked you or if I fucking. If
yes.
we work together,
yes, and it was a big
me la metiste
issue.
por el culo.
No, por ahí nunca. Eso sí me acuerdo.
Oh, you've never done anal?
I didn't 3 times in the industry, and I sold it as the first. Like I did it within the period of 1 month, because eso duele, no es lo gusta, no es lo mío, pero el dinero era bueno, so yo lo vendí como si fuera la primera vez 3 times within the same month.
Era negro.
No, yo lo escogí. Yo lo escogí.
Yeah, for real.
Yo lo escogí.
That was a clause in the contract.
No, ellos me tuvieron que mandar toda la cantidad de muchachos y con el que yo me había acostado que I would feel that I could take it. Obviamente no cogí los más grandes. I was able to do it.
Wow, pick your own cock.
I pick my own cock.
That's fucking amazing.
Pick your own cock. But that's how it is in the industry.
You want to know something? Ahora that I think back, cuando yo me rajaba una baja como unos
tu novia está, tu novio, tu esposa, no sé cuál es tu situación, están mirando esto. Nunca me he acostado con él y yo no soy responsable de nada de lo que hizo él cuando me googleó. Sigue.
Okay, but now that I think back, bro, I think that I would wonder to myself, do they choose who they're gonna fuck and yada yada
When
yada?
you get to my level, not haciéndome nada, pero the first year I didn't. But once I got their name, I already me llamaban las compañías because como yo quería ser dueña de todo, I wouldn't shoot with many people. So when I will give I have 500 movies, I have 20 for the industry only, and the rest I own. So if you were a company, you have to give me your cock lineup, and I will pick.
Oh, that's fucking amazing. And let me ask you something.
Ask me what I said. Este es mi show, and I'm sitting over here like that guy is super fucking alpha.
Bueno, es que coño, I have insight to the porn world now. Tú sabes cuántos pajas yo me he rajado en tu nombre.
By the way, I have to say something.
What?
You are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
En los videos se ve como un tipo super cute, pero este hombre tiene un cutis bello. La sonrisa obviamente está hecha como la mía y se ve genial. Didn't it change your life?
Thank
y
you
los,
so much.
los
Oh,
ojos. ¿Dónde
teeth?
te hiciste los ojos?
Mima, ¿qué pinga es eso? You were talking to me earlier about that shit and I cannot believe.
People se están
Que
cambiando
aquí
los
se están
colores.
cambiando los colores. And then, ya es una locura, changing your eye color, right?
Yeah.
Pero it's a whole other fucking comepinguería to change it to an unrealistic
To
color.
a color that doesn't match your skin color.
That
too.
doesn't match humans. What are you talking about? Gray? You told me they were doing fucking gray eyes? No, te va la pinga, güey.
Tienes un colorcito verdecito, pero también como que medio honey. Te pega muchísimo because you red. Estás rojito. Y te pega con todo. Estás bello.
It's a whole different level. It's a whole other level of fucking complejo because, oye, normalmente tú te aumentas las tetas because you want to look like other fucking
Yeah.
people. Te aumentas el culo because you want to look like other women with good asses.
Pero
To look like who?
los hombres lo están haciendo.
Oh, qué clase
Son
de
los...
majadería.
Oh, no.
No.
Actually, te voy a decir la verdad, de todo el mundo que se los está haciendo, los morenitos que se están poniendo, los ojos como que verde, son los que, el colorcito tuyo y se ven lindos, son los que más lindo le ha quedado.
Somehow a mí me molesta menos que los morenos lo hagan. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess. Pero, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yes. Estamos en Little Havana y me dijiste que te criaste por aquí. Número uno, ¿qué?
Born and raised.
Born and raised aquí.
Yo caminaba, mi abuela me daba una cora para caminar a la Gran Vía. I don't know if you remember la Gran Vía. Es una panadería que I think it was there till a few years ago.
Ajá.
Right next to the KFC. Where there was a KFC there.
En la 8.
En la 8.
La Gran Vía no está, pero todavía está el KFC.
Okay. But we would go to the fucking, remember la parada de los Reyes Magos,
Sí.
walk over, She was the funk. I love this area.
Yo le digo a la gente que being raised in Little Havana, it's a different animal. We talked about Hialeah. Hialeah es un animal diferente y todo el mundo que vive en Hialeah, pero Little Havana, it's more family oriented. It's very historical.
Well, at least in those times, I haven't been out here. Ahora todo es centroamericano, ¿no?
Es centroamericano, pero ese no es ni el problema. Porque
No que es un problema,
sigue
pero it's just a
siendo
different
latino,
culture.
sigue siendo latino. No, siguen siendo latinos y hablan español y todo. Son los edificios, hacer. ¿Tú te acuerdas que tú ibas caminando, había una panadería con pastelito y todo? Había una iglesia, había una escuela. No, ahora son todos los edificios esos grandotes que meten y que ahorita nos terminamos synced.
Yeah. No. That applies to the entire city, bro.
Qué feo.
The city is not what we knew
No.
it as, and it never will be again. That's the sad part. Wait, Coconut Grove.
Hacer.
And listen, I like what Coconut Grove has become.
I don't.
I do, but how I fucking miss Coco Walk and the fucking those
los
times.
party, the nightlife. I don't think that people have the nightlife that we had. ¿Qué edad tú tienes?
39.
Bueno, I'm 42, so we're right there. We were
Right
partying
there.
at the same time. So, remember when we used to go on Thursdays to Coco Walk to get messed up?
Mama, every Thursday, sentarte en el carro ahí doing laps.
Yes.
Looking at fucking people hard as
I
fuck
know.
ahí. And remember Halloween's in the Grove?
The best.
El relajo que se fumaba ahí, bro.
The best. Yeah, we don't, people,
El
this time,
dedito me salía ahí oliendo.
de todo. We had fun.
The bacalao special, it was great.
The bacalao.
It was great. Yeah, and then all the fucking clubs that were there. Iguana Cantina in the Mayfair, Banana Joe's, San Croix, 609, Café Tutu Tango, the Mongolian motherfuckers, that Quench.
¿Cuál era que era de 18 y 19 años también que te dejaba entrar, que estaba arriba?
I think that was Banana Joe's.
Había de todo. It was
Oh,
fun.
we're talking about Fat Tuesdays?
No sé. Pero había uno que, because I started partying at 19. And I've never been a drinker. I still don't drink. But I did went into clubs.
You started partying at 19. When did you lose your virginity?
16? I was married. I got married at 16.
For real? In America? Shit.
It's illegal now, but before you could, and your mom would sign the
Well,
paper.
how old was he?
22.
It's not
Es
bad.
el padre de mi hijo mayor.
Oh, shit.
I have a 23-year-old.
Yeah, bingo.
I know, it's crazy.
It's crazy as fuck.
I tell my son almost threw up when he realized I was married at 16 with his father and he was 22.
I mean, to me, no es una cosa loca.
Coming
Especially
from a
in those
Cuban,
times.
exactly. Especially coming from a Cuban, que nosotros, we grow up very, very old, very young. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah. That's in those times, eso no era
No
cosa,
es
gran
lo mismo
cosa.
que ahora. No es lo
Yeah,
mismo. Ahora
facts.
los 22 son unos come mierda.
Exactly.
Ahora los 22 son unos come mierda.
Ahora se están cambiando el color de los ojos.
No, esos son los de 30 y pico, los de 40. Están no, los quiero a todos que se están cambiando el color de los ojos, aunque les quede mal a alguno. Mira, antes de empezar, me dijiste que ya estoy doing this full time. Para los que no lo conocen, Caballo es un comediante extremadamente cubano, super funny, uncensored, still raw. He's still raw. We're going to talk about that. Yo estaba hablando ayer con alguien diciéndole que las personas, stop it,
Still raw.
que las personas cambian cuando empiezan a venir los sponsors. They have to start kissing ass because of the money. It happens. It's normal. You're still raw.
Yep.
But you have to change eventually because you are not going to be able. And you know it. And let's talk about it. ¿Cómo estás preparado para el cambio? ¿O mandas para el carajo a la gente que quiere venir a pagarte por algo que is not you? ¿Cómo estás haciendo con eso?
Well, look, number one, I have lost plenty of opportunities because I'm not gonna fucking, sorry,
Sell out.
play that fucking side. Yes, you're right that if I want to go like national and shit like that, I'll probably have to clean it up a little. But I think it's,
But you will lose yourself.
yeah, I think my climb right now is good, and I've manipulated it to a point that the people that want to do business with me have to accept
Who you are.
my marketing strategy. And the reality is that it's been fucking uber successful.
Yeah.
Uber successful.
Yeah.
So it's obviously something that there's a market for. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is get fucking eyes in front of whatever it is that you're promoting or selling. So, all that's been going great. But I do I do imagine, and listen, every time I drop a fucking video
That is scary. You know it's gonna be some crazy shit.
yeah. So there's videos that I know are gonna hit con la grosería, but then there's
Yeah.
videos que when I don't use la grosería, they blow up.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it's a much easier way to gain followers.
But you know that the videos without groserías blow up not because they don't blow up por las groserías. It's just because the algorithm just pushes them because it doesn't have certain things. Because if they will open the algorithm
To la grosería, 100%.
because before
It's
todas
very
estas
fucking amazing that you understand that.
I'm
People understand
I'm
algorithms.
shadow banned.
Yeah, I
For
can
years.
I can imagine, mama. I can fucking imagine.
Hello.
I was like that. I mean, I'm a fuck. I don't know. I'm a Trumper. So
Oh no, ya te jodiste. Anybody that talks about politics, te jodiste.
bueno. So what I figured out, because that's definitely something that I had to tone down. Y hasta más, porque get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna lose my source of income. But Trump tampoco, porque where the fuck is
Because
Trump?
he don't care about you
¿Quién
anyway.
cojones? Where the fuck is Trump when I don't have a fucking profile and I'm
Exactly.
making $0? But what I've kind of figured out is that they don't give a fuck si tú te cagas en la reputa madre de Biden.
Exacto.
What they don't want is for you to praise Trump.
Is it?
The second you stand there and start showing
I feel
support
that
for
it's
him,
both. I feel that it's both ways, and I'll tell you what it is. Right now in Facebook, which I did last year. Look at this shit. You have to apply for a license to talk about politics, and I applied for it, and they gave it to me. If you didn't have a license,
what?
yes, you just yes,
Facebook?
yes.
This was last year?
Last year I applied. No, like 2 years ago. At the beginning of last year. Yes, it was before I started the podcast with Trujillo, of course.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like 2 years. At the beginning of last year, I had to apply for a license if I wanted to talk about politics on this year. They granted it to me. They gave it to me. Pero una licencia para hablar de... ¿Cómo coño me la dieron? Yo no tengo estudios.
I'm a political pundit.
I'm just a girl with opinions. Y lo bueno que yo tengo, que yo creo que es my plus, es que yo no soy ni republicana ni demócrata. Yo soy independiente y yo he votado por los dos. You know, los presidentes y lo que es el gobierno como tal, I always lean over Democrats, even though I'm not always 100% with them. But there's a lot of Republican things locally.
Oh, exactly.
That I am very locally Republican. It's kind of like crazy because I know that you have to vote for both in order to make sense, but I like the balance.
But it's not. It's refreshing to hear that you're that enlightened when it comes to politics. But that's exactly. I mean, and by the way, I feel the same exact way. I live a very liberal lifestyle. Man,
But your money is
Republican.
Republican.
My money is Republican. Y las locuras que están haciendo hoy en día los
Yeah, it's kinda
demócratas with the
crazy
social
everywhere.
justice. That social justice bullshit is kind of what kills the entire fucking party for me. Because I would listen if it wasn't for all that fucking social justice shit.
There's a lot of things I don't like, pero ahora te pregunto yo a ti. Y esto es una cosa que a mí me preocupa. And you, even though you were not born in Cuba, you are extremely Cuban and Cuban raised. Because anybody, para los que no sepan, anybody that was born in Miami, no importa si no hayas nacido en la isla, politically, tú eres un extremadamente cubano. And you are yo no sabo Cuban like me. Okay? You are yo no sabo Cuban like me. So, I feel que los trumpistas están llevando el partido republicano the same thing as los demócratas, pero lo veo más en los trumpistas, que ya no es el mismo partido republicano, es el partido de Trump, and that shit is scary to me coming from Cuba. Talk to me about that.
I mean, you're right, but I think it's more correct to say that there is no more Republican Party.
Okay,
the
and
Republican
that's
Party
scary?
doesn't represent.
The McCain Republican Party doesn't exist.
It does, yeah, but it doesn't. I think both parties are moving past the old white guys.
Yes.
And even though Trump is an old white guy, he caters to up and coming fucking kids that quieren decir lo que salga de la pinga. Because in all honesty, that's what appealed to me. I'm a comedian, and when the 8 years of Obama, comedy almost died. You couldn't talk. Yeah, by the end of Obama's term, with the whole trans. He's the one that introduced the whole trans thing, and then you couldn't talk about it. You got to start with the pronouns.
I do feel that the Democrats are very butthurt when it comes to that, but do you understand that la ley that block you and make me shadow ban was sexta and fosta, which is a law that was passed en la administración de Trump, que es lo que le dio el poder a todas estas redes sociales in order to start blocking us? Search that law and look about, which is the same law que usaron para quitarle Twitter a él. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't doubt for a second that Republicans are, para mí, la mayoría son como pinga. And to be quite honest with you, halfway through.
Why don't you run? I'll vote for you, Caballo. Caballo, I'll vote for you.
Eso todo es una manipulación. You're not doing nothing for anybody. There's no politician that's doing anything for their constituents.
It's one party. Come on, let's just be realistic. It's one party. Everything else is entertainment.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And there's not one person. Your job once you get elected into office is to remain elected.
Yeah.
And to remain elected,
you gotta sell out.
Means that you're not doing what your
For
constituency wants. You're doing what the people that are gonna fund your next campaign want. And just with that, bro, it's like fuck.
¿Para dónde nos vamos a mudar en nuestro retirement?
I don't know, man.
I'm doing DR. I'm doing Dominican Republic. As we speak, I'm looking for properties there. I'm trying to set everything up here, getting a couple more doors that I could leave off para yo mudarme para República Dominicana. I'm not living in the United States.
When's the exit plan?
I'm 42. I'm planning by 45. My husband is 4 years younger, so a los 45 míos, he will be already 40, and that's the time that we want to like just get the fuck out.
I mean, listen, financially, it makes all the fucking sense in the world. I have a boy, a real close friend, that he's basically, he's one of these guys that was single, and he said, oye, me voy para la pinga de Colombia, dog. Me voy para la pinga to Colombia.
No, mi marido tenía esa idea y no me parece, papi. Fíjate que no va a ser así.
Oye, but listen, it's one of those que you hear him and you go, oye, tú estás loco thinking about making that move. 6 months go by, a year goes by, el tipo's there, his money's worth 3 times what it's worth here.
I know.
El tipo mide 5'4", and he's over there como si tiene la pinga por el piso. And I swear to God, he talk. You can tell that he
talks. And that's a single guy. Imagine you that you have worked so hard en estos lugares, en estos países, which is what bothers me as an American. You live better anywhere else than in this country. Y me molesta mucho porque, coño, tú estás trabajando en este país, el retiro te da, pero para vivir fuera de los Estados Unidos, no en los Estados Unidos, which is crazy.
It's honestly gotten to the point that, like you said, you gotta get the fuck out.
Fuck out. Speaking about getting the fuck out, I'm pulling out. Do you have kids?
No, not up to now.
That you know.
That I know.
That you know.
Maybe in Iowa. I went to school up there.
You went to school there? ¿De qué te graduaste? What do you went to school for? Obviously it wasn't comedy.
Yo jugué pelota. So I went to Illinois my first year, Iowa my second, pero nunca gradué. I went.
Please tell me there is a baseball card of you somewhere.
No, I never heard. Only professional people make.
No, they don't do it for college.
I have some statistics. Yeah, actually they do. But if you're good and you made it far, but I mean, there's some statistics online that you can look up.
I always say it's not gonna be my caballo, so good luck with that. Comedy. You started a bunch of fucking years ago, by the way.
I started, I think, like.
You started like 80 pounds ago.
80 pounds ago, exactly. And I started with Pepe Villete.
Pepe Villete.
I was like his little sidekick. I mean, at that point in time, Pepe and the Peachy Boys were the only guys doing it. Mm-hmm. That's when YouTube was on its rise.
Yeah.
And I became, I found them on Twitter. And I tweeted that motherfucker. I remember que yo vendía seguro in those days.
Oh my God. You look like the type that will sell some shit. Anything, car, seguro, insurance, la de vida, de todo, la estafa. You look like the guy.
But yeah, man. Once we linked up, the rest was history, and it's gradually turned into this.
And you are living of it, and I'm very proud, and I'm very happy of seeing. And I talked a lot about this. What bothers me about Miami is that guys like you don't work with other people like you. What is going on in Miami, and what are we lacking that we don't link up? Our egos are that fucking big that we don't link up. I mean, we are linking up now after fucking 10 to 15 fucking years porque los dos estamos viejos y cansados. And it's like, did we let our egos go? Why haven't we linked up before? Why wasn't I not in your mind and why were you not in my mind? Why are you not doing more things with people, more people with you? And this is not only for you, this is for all upcoming comedians and personalities in Miami. We don't do enough with each other.
Bueno, mira, I've tried. And yeah, it's definitely an ego thing down here in Miami.
¿Quién la tiene más? It's a cockfight.
Number one, with you, the second you asked me, I told you, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was like it's a matter of basically laying the option out there. But I've tried with all these little kids, bro. And again, I think that once you start working together, it's one thing to want to work together, and it's a whole other thing to actually make working together work, especially when it comes to creative shit. Being creative is so much weirder than doing like other kind of business that's on paper, and it has a structure. Creative, it gets real tricky with egos.
Okay, so let's just say that me and you are going to do un skit de comedia que tú haces. It will be easier to work with me because since I'm not a comedian and I'm already un personaje, obviamente, and I'm not a comedian, like I will kind of take your league. Pero si hay una persona que es un comediante, they will not want because they have their own idea. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and then it comes down to it, and then there's a real simple solution for that. But again, I think that que se acomplejan about who gets credit for what. But it's a very simple solution. Let's say me and you are going to team up. I'll come up with a skit that you're going to be in, and you come up with a skit that I'm going to be in.
I would think that's the easiest way.
We film both skits. You go your way, I go my way.
And we both collaborate in case that yours goes viral and mine doesn't go viral. I would think that's how it works.
Yeah, but I mean, again, the complejo here in Miami run
Everybody
deep.
has a small wee and they want to have the bigger one when it comes to everything else.
They want to be looked at as the person that's in charge.
Yeah.
That's why nothing has ever worked out here in Miami. Like the collaboration scheme that they ran in California, King Batch, Lele Pons, all those people. Lele Pons, because she's from Miami. Fíjate que she had to get the fuck out of here.
They contacted me for up there because they thought, cuando eso empezó lo de Vine, yo iba mucho a Los Ángeles. And I was contacted with Eva Divine and I forgot the name of this girl, que ella estaba haciendo, that they were trying to even get adult actresses in it. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm in Miami. And I started reaching out to people in Miami. And it was like, no, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. I feel that we are wasting time because there is so many of us. There is so many of us that if you have, and this has always been my dream, all of us link up, you have an event, all of us go. How fucking powerful is that? I have an event, all of you come. He has an event, it's so freaking powerful, and you're so funny. I'm not funny.
No, I agree with you. 100%. But again,
cockfight.
It's a cockfight, and especially down here in Miami, que somos Latino. It just, trust me, I've been doing this since the Pepe Villeta days.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen all these kids grow up after me.
Yeah.
And you try to work with them.
Eres un comediante inflador. Porque existen muchos infladores en Miami. Eres un comediante inflador. De verdad tú te crees un celebrity bigger than... Because that's something else that I see with these new kids. And TikTok gave that to a lot of people. They say that that we made famous stupid people by the Kardashian. No, I think that we made famous stupid people by TikTok. Okay? Now everybody thinks it's a celebrity. Everybody thinks that they're hot shit.
Well, I have my personal beef with the whole TikTok movement. And now it's like, we're already past it. We're conditioned to it. But TikTok is the platform that made it cool to copy and plagiarize.
Thank you.
They're fucking... Before TikTok, Papa, listen, you better not get my shit and copy it.
Thank you.
You better give me props. We work it out that way. And by the way, you can say that maybe it worked out better. Maybe now there's more...
It did not. There's no creation. Everybody that does something on TikTok is not original content. People go viral with shit that they Google from the internet. The moon is blue. That's why you should go out. Boom, viral. Somebody else said that.
100%.
You Google that shit. That is not original content.
And TikTok is the one that made that okay. And they do it. This person blew up before, and that's why Los Chinos did it, by the way.
Yeah.
They knew that we were stupid enough to fall into that trap fast.
Are we stupid? Are Americans that stupid?
100%. 100%.
We're less stupid because we're Cubans?
That too. Absolutely.
I want to
Nosotros somos ignorantes con cojones también.
So.
Without a doubt.
I wouldn't think so.
But I think Americans, again, and it could be a generational thing too. Now,
Stop it! Don't even start putting us in a different generation because that shit makes me feel bad. I just did Botox the other day and I feel horrible about myself because it's for the third time in my whole 42 years I did Botox and I look at myself and I liked it and I say, now I understand. Are we an old generation, bro? Don't.
Yeah. You don't remember the fucking? I'll put it to you this way. This is how fucking old we are. The video that I have gotten the most insights in my life, I posted it last week. Para que tú veas. It's me coming out with a bowl of cereal and dancing to all the cartoons where Animaniac, Tailspin, ooh, I danced to all the cartoons. Baba, in a week, 5 million fucking views. I've never gotten that many. I've gotten off of that video like 6,000 followers.
Le despertaste.
And it's everybody, oh my God, you're my age, oh my God.
¿Tú sabes de quién tú me acuerdas? Y siempre, every time from the first time that I saw you. Alf.
The animal? the cartoon, like the puppet that was part of the human show? For real? I look like him?
No, you are Alf.
I don't remember that show like that.
He was an asshole like you. He was super sexual. He was raw and uncensored. He was the biggest ass. And you have asshole comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have asshole comedy. So Alf, now go back and look at it.
I know. Now I'm fucking interested in seeing. I didn't know he was a fucking degenerate. Fucking.
He was horrible.
I always pictured him being like a little bear in the back.
Alf. Era como un oso miguero, I think it was. And
he was an anteater?
I think that's the animal that he was. I don't know, bro. I'm going to Google that shit. Alf, the comedy, the thing. No.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and my OnlyFans, hold up. You have an OnlyFans?
I had to open one because I did a podcast where I had to do like a release. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's you. You remind me of that.
That's hilarious. I gotta go back and see some
I
of the
see
episodes.
that now you're gonna understand the difference than when we were younger.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone through something like where, y esto me pasó a mí, I was a Walgreens manager, y el manager hizo un comentario. I was very young and I was very naive, ¿me entiendes? Yo era con chaperón y todo hasta que me casé. So, el manager hizo un comentario una vez que decía, que yo le decía, oye, yo fui a un hotel y yo estaba muy emocionada por ir al motel aquí de la... Dios mío, que está por el aeropuerto que tiene los de Think Rooms.
Executive, Princess.
Y tenía un room que era como jungle. Y dice él, they have a Greek room. And I never understood that joke until I started porn like fucking tons of years ago. Tons of years after.
That's ass, right?
No, it's, you speak Greek? I'm like, no, I don't speak Greek. Sorry, it's, So, ¿te ha pasado algún momento algo que tú no entendiste como, you have to go back? Que tú no entendiste que later in life you're like, that's what this shit is?
Yeah, exactly. That's happened to me plenty of times. Bueno, with my father being un periquero.
Oh my God.
I remember now as an adult que yo también me convertí periquero. But,
ay, Dios. Para los que no entienden y para las redes sociales, él le encantan los periquitos y las cotorritas que son unos animalitos que tú tienes en tu casa. And obviously he loves it a lot more than most people. Go ahead. Dale.
So, when I grew up...
Please don't give this guy money. We can lose him. Don't give this guy money, please.
When I grew up, that's when I started realizing...
Toda la mierda que tu papá hacía.
Él estaba empericado. Because, listen, one in particular was... This fucking guy, my father had this problem that I remember as a child, he would be driving... Y chica, he couldn't hold his shit. Le entraba una gana de cagar.
Pero yo no tengo vecinos.
Que dijo, aguantaba el timón, coño. Unos gritos que no se podía. And, 30 years later, yo me meto un trastazo y me entra la gana de cagar. Y digo, mira para allá, bro. El tipo estaba un pericado every time he needed to take a shit, dog.
That is crazy.
Shit, like that, there's fucking 30 more. No, but I've honestly calmed down on all that bullshit.
Calm down, yeah.
No, for real, I...
¿Qué más? La hierbita que...
No, volado estoy 2 días.
La hierbita feliz, que is my thing, or Mario de la Cotorra. Yo creo que la hierbita feliz is more doable.
No,
I've never done the other one, by the way. Yo soy una penca.
like I
Soy
told you-
tremenda como mierda. Me da todo miedo.
Like I told you before we started, yo estoy volado del día. I'm a licensed weed smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm high all day. But perico, that's something that honestly is something that stopped about a year and a half, 2 years ago now. It's not that I am recovering. Si yo me quiero meter un trastazo, yo me lo meto. But it's just
I'm
it's,
trying not to laugh, bro. I'm
it's
trying to
something-
take this, like, you know,
it's
like
something.
with the face that a problem, you know.
It's just something that I don't know. No me llama la atención así. I don't party like that no more.
You
Yo-
can. We don't have knees or fucking.
Yo tomo ahora. If I drink more than one day,
That's
like,
a
if I can drink, I can go out, I can get fucked up one night. If I wake up con y me alboroto and I go out another time, 2 days in a row, son 3 o 4 días. Estoy así like that. I can't even, like, I can't write, I can't create. I don't want to fucking be on
Do you
camera.
write or do you improv a lot? How does
95% of my shit is written.
okay? How do you get? I cannot write or read absolutely anything. I am very improv. I started on Spanish TV y todo tenía que ser improv. So I'm trained para todo hacerlo en vivo y estas cosas. Like I go to podcasts y la gente lee. I go to places where le están diciendo a los canales de televisión y le están diciendo lo que me tienen que preguntar. Like I don't have an idea of what I was gonna ask you. I let it flow and I ask you questions. I think that that's a talent that I have. But I understand like JC doesn't write, Lil Wayne doesn't write, you know. But yo sé que los comediantes, they have to have como que un norte cuando viene a ser al
So I would argue, number one, to what you were saying, it's just like anything else that there's different dimensions to it, right? And having your dimension of being able to do it off the cuff is awesome.
But I'm not a comedian. I'm not funny.
No, yeah.
Yo hablo
So,
mierda. It's different.
in terms of the writing, I would say that anywhere from
Vamos a hablar de que te tiraste un peo. How would a tirarte un peo chiste will come? It will come first the idea or it will come the punchline?
Well, I think about it as how I can apply it to situational, like a situational. Okay, what situation am I going to put myself in para tirarme el peo? How is it going to be received by whoever's in there? I mean, there's so many fucking different ways to come at a joke.
It's a lot.
But to what we were talking about, writing is probably that's the hardest part about the gig, which is why you have to do it so much to become successful. And I would argue that probably anywhere from 80 to 90% of comedians all write their shit. It's all written. Now, once you get comfortable with the material on stage, that's when the improvisation comes and you can add to it. You can feel the crowd for what you can add to it. But you go in there with a core fucking script.
I didn't know that that's how it was until Kevin Hart is the first comedian that I saw. Que I went to a private show in his beginnings over here at the Improv cuando estaba en Coco Walk. Cuando estaba en Coco Walk a long time ago. And I remember that cuando él terminó su set, él dijo, I want to try these jokes in Miami. And he pulled out a sheet and I'm like, holy shit! He writes jokes?
No, that's for sure.
To
bro.
me, it was like, because
fíjate, he now that he's as rich as he is, he's open about the fact that he has like 7 writers.
but before he would write jokes and I'm like, oh my God, the jokes are written. I'm thinking like era un payaso ahí nomás hablando estupideces because like my friends are funny and when we get together we're funny. So I will be thinking, claro, ignorante yo, como puedes tener tu ignorancia de mi trabajo también, que nada más tú así estupideces, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
También I went on a show with Tommy Davidson. I used to. He is a genius.
Yeah, I've never seen him live, but
Funny,
fucking
different.
love that guy growing up. Like movies
Funny.
and shit.
Like I knew he knew him, you know. So like,
Funny motherfucker.
like from any time. Like he was the first person that flew me somewhere. I wasn't even Angelina Castro back then, by the way. I was just like Juanita from over here, and he flew me somewhere. Was the first guy that ever flew me somewhere that I was like, oh shit, I got flown somewhere. This is for famous people.
Before social media. Yeah.
Before social media, before I was Angelina Castro, before I was working on fucking Walgreens, okay? Like, and I was like, oh shit. That's the first time I got a little taste of what being spoiled was. Yeah. It was crazy. So
Yeah, he's a good stand-up, you saying?
amazing stand-up.
Los negros son los más cómicos.
Lo más cómico.
By far.
Isn't los negros son los más cómicos. You
I think
right.
it comes. I think it's like most art. The best art comes from.
Is it the
the
color
most
and what they
oppression.
have to go through o es porque es en cualquier nacionalidad, en cualquier
The oppression.
nacionalidad.
The oppression.
Yeah.
I think when you come from a bigger struggle, and the deeper the struggle, the more it resonates when you can turn it into comedy. You get what I'm saying? Like you can, and look, and this is something I learned throughout the last 5-6 years. I read it somewhere and I never looked at it the same. The ironic part about comedy, that in order for you to laugh at something, the majority of the time, every time you laugh at something, it's at the expense
Of somebody
of
else.
something or someone else. So in order to have the comedy, you had to have had
An experience.
the bad experience that you're making fun of.
Yeah.
So again, it's like the fucking yin yang type shit, and once you realize that, it all starts making a lot more sense. Why black people, for example, are much more charismatic, much funnier, have more fucking personality, and it's just true. I mean, they are the culture.
Do you think that comedy will die as we know it? Because it's dying already as we know it. I feel that I feel that I'd rather go to an improv or to an upcoming comedian on Instagram, on social media, than a Netflix special.
So I think it's kind of like the opposite.
How?
I think comedy's back. The only thing is that now it's a little saturated.
It's pussy comedy.
Saturated, and I mean, there's comedians that you can find. So the pussy comedy is what's being pushed in front of you, but the other type of comedy is out there. The ratchet comedy that we like, the fucking real shit, it's out there, and some of the big dogs still fucking Bill Burr, Chappelle. But you're right. You have to go out there and look for it because the pussy comedy is being pushed.
Yeah, I seen
Real
un
commercial
comediante
motherfuckers.
americano el otro día que he's like this white boy that looks super geeky that had to get a woman out because he made a racist joke and she
I
got
saw it.
yeah, and I'm like what? Like that's what comedy is all about.
Yeah. I mean, again, listen, that's
what that Democrat that's that
the
lefty
whole-
that's lefty shit that you were talking about.
This shit that I'm talking about. They're the ones.
I agree with you on that.
They're the ones that right now, if it's up to them, if you told them, should people be allowed to say bad things about other people, they would redondamente mirarte en la cara y say, no, they should not be allowed to. And that is probably the most dangerous thing for any fucking society. When you're fucking suppressing speech and what people say.
Tú sabes que es what's an idea que a mí me moja. A mí no me mojan muchas cosas después que he pasado por tanto. What's an idea que a mí me moja completely. Yo empecé en un show que se llamaba La Cosa Nostra. Que was una mesa with a bunch of different characters. Yo siempre he querido to recreate that show with me and comedians and people that would really talk raw about. There's a lot of people that would not call me puta. Or that would not call putería what I do, just out of the respect. And I was like, I don't feel that it's a disrespectful thing, porque lo que hago es putería. Like, what the fuck? But I would love,
Documented putería.
right? So I would love to sit down in this podcast, que como que a mí me invitan muchos podcasts americanos, como que están todos estos red pill guys, y tú nunca bajas. But I would like to do that with people like you. Para hablar the real things, like to get like 4 or 5 of us that still not have sold out y todavía podemos hablar free and clear y hablar de cosas how we really feel it.
I'm ready, man. Whenever you're ready for that, yo estoy ready because
I fucking would love to at least once a month that we could get together and we could talk about real shit and the way that we talk about it.
Yeah, I'm with you. And to be honest with you, I think that there's a big market for it. My success is proof of that. I've been deleted now 4 or 5 times.
But we can open OnlyFans, and OnlyFans, if we all open OnlyFans, we could put the show in OnlyFans. Not only make money, we could also be able to say whatever the fuck we want, because there's no censorship there.
Huh? I'm with you.
You could even see my titties and touch them on OnlyFans. I wanted you to touch my breasts right now, but you couldn't because we are, well, esto ya no va para Facebook. So it will have to go on YouTube.
Tranquila, when the cameras turn off, I'll handle that.
So I would love to do that. Like it's a dream of mine with Miami guys that I like, that I know that are gonna give me good content. Eso me hace fucking like it's an orgasm. ¿En qué estás gastando tu dinero?
Listen, I'm ready. And by the way, I have a lot of the gear. I do video. I owned a studio during the pandemic. I owned a studio out there by the time Miami Airport.
Didn't
Fucking
we all?
30, 40 fucking $1,000 worth of gear. That's right around the time that they started deleting my accounts. So
Let's do it, bro. You already have an OnlyFans.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Vamos a ir para allá.
Vamos a acabar las cámaras. This is gonna happen once a month. It's gonna happen. We invite different people. Let's do it. ¿En qué estás gastando tu dinero? Because yo me gasté el mío and I started getting smart as I got older y las rodillas no me dieron. It was time, but there's a lot of people that spend their time in this industry, gastan el dinero y después parecen unos freaking payasos ahí haciendo todo tipo de cosas because they don't want to get a real job and they didn't spend their money right. ¿Cómo te estás preparando para eso?
Bueno, chica, right now, I'd say 2 years ago is when I started
Living off it.
Yeah, making good money.
What's good money? Like
100 plus.
Nice.
So now is when I could fucking yeah. Y 150, if I get lucky this
Mira,
year.
cada vez que me dicen más, sube más, sube más.
Dale, ahí. But you know, that's now is when I'm making enough that I can start putting away, and I'm currently in the process of putting enough away so I can own fucking property because I feel like un come pinga for having slipped.
I know, I do
before
too.
the market turned up the way it did, bro. Because
I do
again,
too.
like we were just talking about, una casa que aquí costaba 350,000 pesos.
Está en 1.5, sí, I know.
Un
Y estamos
millón de
hablando,
pesos.
para los que no estaban, estamos hablando que I live in my childhood home y todos ustedes saben el cuento, pero él sabe lo que cuestan las casas y lo que cuesta el terreno y lo que cuesta este barrio. So, así mi casita se ve medio que no sé qué. This is a lot of money in this property when it comes to...
Aquí, in whatever area of Little Havana, the way the dynamic changed in this fucking city is insane. And imagínate, all of Little Havana. In Little Havana, cualquier casa que you point at,
It's $1
so
million,
un millón de
bro.
pesos, un millón de pesos, un millón de pesos. And it's just because of what...
There's one 3 blocks away.
Oh, I believe
I'm
it.
like, what? Yo tengo
I
más
believe
square
it.
footage on my lot que eso.
No, it's
Es una
insane.
locura.
It's insane, and it's everybody that's moving down here. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we've taken in more than 19,000 millionaires in the last, I think, like 2 years.
And that's why everything is so expensive. That's why I jumped in the houses thing because esta es la cuenta que yo
And we're
hice.
insulated. It's not going anywhere.
No.
Aquí, everybody you know that you grew up with can lose their home, lose this, lose that. And there's another person right there ready to pick it up. So Miami's
Yep.
done in that sense. Like,
Esto es lo que yo dije. Y hablando lo que hablamos al principio. Y retomando lo que hablamos al principio. I'm not living in this country. So, con el retiro que me van a dar a mí, y lo digo por mi mamá, mis taxes en esta casa son $10,000 al año. That's a lot of fucking money. Plus insurance. Right? That's 20K right there between more or less. So, mi mamá nada más gana $900, $700 to $900 de retiro. Ella nunca hubiese podido pagar los taxes de una casa que trabajó por ella toda su vida. Ni mi mamá ni ningún viejito que vive por aquí.
of course.
So, yo dije, yo siempre he sido un 1099. Mi retiro va a ser mucho menos que de mi mamá. So, yo quise planear que con la cantidad de dinero que yo pudiera vivir without working. But not at 65, papi. I want that at 45, 50.
No, yeah.
¿Me entiendes? So, ahí fue que me abrió los ojos and I got very good investor. Like, my financial advisor, like, gente que te ayuda es lo primero que tú tienes que, y no pienses que $10,000 is nothing. There's
No.
so much you can do with anything.
No, people aren't aware of like the startup programs that there are for people buying homes at first. I think 13% of people of first home buyers utilize the start. I just read that statistic the other day, literally. But yeah, man, right now it's all about being able to fucking save up so you can invest.
And I feel that this generation started getting, because our parents' generation the majority was not financially educated. Okay, mi mamá is not financially educated.
It was new money. It was new to them.
I feel
Imagínate.
that our generation is going to start being so financial educated that we're going to be able to pass down to our kids, or there is so much that this generation is doing, like not working in regular jobs, being financially educated, investing, leaving wealth for family. There's
Hopefully. I hope. I don't know. I don't know where the job market's going with AI and all that shit. But I hope.
but AI will never give you a roof.
No.
And that's where the money is for people like us that don't know how to play it on any other campo.
What do you mean? A roof.
AI was, you can invest, you can be a comedian, I could do social media. Social media could die tomorrow. Anything could die tomorrow. Everybody is going to need a roof. And the only way that you can secure your money for people like us that are not knowledgeable in stock market or maybe in Bitcoin or none of that crazy shit that we might lose the money because we're not knowledgeable en eso. The only investment is bienes raíces, like this is the only thing.
I'm not understanding. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying, in terms of like the younger people being able to fucking make money and being able to pass it down, I think it's looking tougher for them.
It's gonna be tougher for my kids. Yes, you're definitely right.
Without a fucking doubt. Like, where the fuck are they? Listen, a survey went on the other day that I think it's like the most. If you ask a kid under 15 what they want to be, the most said answer is an influencer.
That is fucking ridiculous. That is so disgusting to me. My son went to school to become a teacher. I bitched at him and I'm like, ¿qué? Pero tú estás loca, si son $30,000 al año. Va a vivir conmigo hasta que va a vivir conmigo siempre.
A teacher.
A teacher.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Aparte le dieron un full ride, el tipo hizo. No, pero espérate, it's not just a regular teacher.
Oh, bueno.
No, I love him. I'm proud of him. My niece is also, which los dos tienen la misma edad. They both teachers. We need teachers, and they really love it. So I'm glad that they love it because there's a lot of teachers that don't love what they do, and these kids love what they do. So I support him, and I'm pretty sure that he will find a way to, But because he became a teacher, I realized, hold on, él no va a retirar a mi mamá a los 50 y pico como lo retiré yo. No, espérate. I have to make this. So now I'm not only looking at what I have to do for myself. I'm looking at what I have to leave for him because he's a teacher.
Yeah.
So he's still helping mommy grow in life. And that's, to me, it's amazing. My kids are still helping me grow into making good decisions and secure decisions, not only for my future, but for them. So it's kind of good. ¿Cómo odias tú que la gente, yo odio que la gente venga y me diga, ¿cuánto es por hora? Like, like that's not how it works. ¿Cuánto odias tú que la
People ask you that?
all the time. Que la gente te diga, oye, chico, dime un chiste.
Oh.
Like, I would be, mírate al espejo, that's funny enough. Like, what do, like...
No, I asked for money. I asked for money, too.
Bullshit.
I go, you got $10 on you? Either that or go to one of my shows. I don't fucking... soy un payaso aquí para estar diciendo chistes on command.
Yeah, white people think...
Jokes on demand.
Are you...
Hey, tell me something funny, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Like, what is that?
Look at the mirror, you funny looking motherfucker.
Exactly. What has been the craziest thing? La foto de las tetas y las papayas que te deben de mandar a ti because you're a very hot guy. It's ridiculous. Aparte, yo estoy segura...
No, y pingas también.
Y pingas también.
Y una mano de pinga.
Why? Because you look like a bear.
100%. All gay men think that I'm undercover...
Bear.
And then they ask me, they go, Papi, look.
You're a sexy bear. I know,
Papi, look. We don't even gotta talk. I just pull up, suck you up, and I leave. Like, just hoping
that is so gay. That is so gay. They are like that.
100%. Papi, look, we don't even gotta talk. I pull up, I suck you up, and I leave.
Yeah.
Everybody dying for me to just
to say yes.
Let's do it.
Put an OnlyFans.
What parking lot?
Do a sexy shoot for an OnlyFans just in underwear. That will bring a lot of money. You could get your investment for your house with that. Let's plan it. Let's do this podcast. Let's put it on OnlyFans. Let's start like making funny. Let's manifest. And by the end, I would say by April of next year, if we're really serious, out of your OnlyFans only, you will make out of your OnlyFans only. You will be able to get your house, caballo. I promise you this.
Are you doing something on a calculator?
I'm trying to calculate how much are you gonna be able to make in a year for you to be able to get a house. I personally think you can do it. I personally think you can make enough money within a year so you could get your house.
Coño, I came for a podcast and I left with a financial consultant.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can, and I think, and that's
Where do those numbers come from, though?
olvídate de eso. Eso es bobería. Eso es bobería. Eso no es haciendo nada like big. I think you can do it. I think you're funny enough, and I think that you have a lot of potential to do it. And if your girlfriend is open-minded, or wife, or whatever, enough to understand that your only will be for things that you cannot say on social media, and you can even do the podcast shirtless. Imagine if we do a shirtless podcast or a lingerie.
I'm open to it. Listen. I'm about that life. Trust me. And if
It's money. Why will you not make it?
I'm telling you, let's talk about it. I'm down. Let's talk about this in more detail. But I'm about that life.
Let's do it. I want you to get a house by April. April, I want you to get a house. I want you to get your first investment. Fuck a house. Your first investment property by April. It's nothing.
I like that fucking idea.
Let's do it. Let's work towards it.
I'm ready.
And you don't need a lot of money because for your own house, you're gonna need a lot of money because you want to live in a place that that suits you and that you want. That's the worst dream you could have. That's the worst dream you can have. You need to buy a duplex, a multifamily. Never buy a house by yourself. That I learned. You gotta buy a multifamily, live in a part of it, rent the other part of it, and then fix it, sell it. That does work, but it takes time, and it takes mira, una visión, a good money manager, and just fucking go at it. And it's less money than you would think. Aquí hay cartera que cuesta más que down payment de una casa. Fucking let's do it.
I'm fucking ready.
Let's do it because I want 2 more.
Okay.
I got $4. I want 8. By 45, I need $8.
That's fucking awesome, bro. Eres una mula.
Let's do it. What advice do you give to new guys that are starting, that they have it way easier than you had it and I had it? Advice for them. If you care to give any.
Start making content, bro. Start making content. You're talking about the up and coming comedians or like young men?
Yeah. Start making comedians.
Start making content. Right now is it's the easiest time in the world to blow up on social media. If you don't have means of making money and you're not using the internet, you're un cero a la izquierda.
Un come mierda.
You're un cero a la izquierda. And if you have any aspirations of being in entertainment, all you gotta do is start talking into a fucking camera. It's that simple. Start seeing what works. You put it out there. People don't like it. You learn from that. But it's all about fucking putting the work in it. And by the way, writing. If you're into the entertainment business and comedy more specifically, you gotta learn how to write. That's the foundation of everything. Guaranteed.
Every time that I ask these questions to my guests that are comedians, they always say the same thing when it comes to that. But I've never gotten, and I'm just going to straight ask because I'm tired of asking this question. Why you want to do that? That's what I ask everybody that wants to be a porn star. Why do you want to do it? What do you think you're going to get out of it? You're just doing it for the money. You're doing it for the cloud. You're doing it. Why? This business takes a lot from you. Why not do something else? What's the reason why you want to do comedy? What's the reason why you want to do porn? Because of the money or because you really love it?
Well, definitely isn't because of the money. Now is because I've been able to monetize my Instagram. That helps my income with the shows, because the shows by alone, me muero hambre.
Se muere hambre.
But it was my genuinely a calling in terms of being able to do something that I didn't feel. I sold insurance. I sold impact windows. I studied sales, and at the end of the day, I was never good at selling something that I didn't believe in or something I didn't make. And the second I started making something that I believed in, which was my personality,
You were good at it.
I was good at it, and I learned how to sell it. I understood it. It was something that insurance, I would look at it and it was so abstract to me. I would look at impact window, I'm like, I just couldn't find el ánimo to go out there and sell you on it. And now me just being able to talk, because at the end of the day, I'm making money off telling you exactly how the fuck I feel. And it just goes to show you how starved people are of the ability to say what they want, that the majority of the DMs I get are people saying, bro, you just say what I'm thinking and can't say it.
Yeah.
And that's, that's a blessing within itself. So just to be able to do that is enough for me. The fact that I'm able to monetize it now
It's way better.
It's a blessing.
¿Qué es una palabra que tú nunca dices? For yourself, like failure. I never say no. Like, I can't do it. I feel I can do everything. ¿Qué es una palabra que tú nunca, you will never tell yourself? Or that you did. And es una palabra que it's like a no in your life.
It's over.
It's over? Okay, ¿cuál es tu comida favorita?
Steak.
Any.
Ribeye, medium rare.
Ew, cochino, puerco. Ribeye medium rare, that means que tú lo haces con menstruación.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Mama, bro, the nutrition is in the blood. The nutrition is in the blood.
You know that never fails?
What?
That never fails. A guy that will eat
That's
steak
a real
with-
fucking man.
Oh, disgusting.
Mama, listen, if you go to a legit fucking steakhouse and you ask for anything over medium,
I
te
got
dicen
it well
redondamente que no.
done.
Huh?
I eat my shit well done.
Well, then you haven't asked for a well done steak at a legit fucking steakhouse.
No, me
Porque te
miran
dicen-
raro, me dicen que no.
No, absolutely.
Y lo que ella se
Absolutely.
dijo, puta, me traen una chancleta like super, like I cannot even eat, so I could never ask for it again.
Exactly. I've seen that too, and that's exactly what you deserve, a hockey puck.
Yes.
A hockey puck ahí.
Cochino.
Fucking-
¿Las viejas o las jovencitas?
Depende. What are we talking about? To wife up or to fuck?
Both.
I mean, I can't, bro. I like them all ranges.
Really?
I mean, I'm not single right now, but when I was on the market, I probably been fucking veterana since I was 16, 17. And they're the ones that introduced me to everything. The first one to comerme un culo era una veterana
Ay, Dios mío.
de bongos. Papi, déjame comerte nie.
De bongos. I forgot
Yo voy a repartir binga en
bongos.
bongos como un trastornado.
Oh my God. Con la camisita abierta hasta aquí seguro.
100 fucking
You have
percent
tattoos?
with the roll up, no?
No, no tattoos.
With the roll up
So
sleeve.
sudado.
Emperigao. Vamos, mama.
Con la salsita y cuando la gente bailaba de verdad. Salsa merengue
That's when
bachata.
the party scene in Miami was so
Was
dope,
nice.
bro. It's because there was only, I'm telling you, it's because there was only a few spots.
Yeah.
Now that there's fucking something to do all over the city.
Everybody's posing too now.
100%. It's a whole different fucking atmosphere.
Do you rather go to the beach or un campo?
The beach.
The beach. I'm a beach girl too. Big houses or comfortable houses?
I guess both. I mean, but I would take bigger houses, absolutely.
I do not. I like to
You
be
like-
arms rich of everybody.
Yeah?
I like la gritería que hay en mi casa. Este reguero, el cubanismo este que yo tengo aquí. Is what I
I
like.
feel that. I understand that.
Yeah. Si te dicen mañana que no puedes tomar más café cubano, what will you do? Will you die or will you keep drinking?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog.
You're not a Cuban café cubano Cuban.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't be drinking Cuban coffee like that. Yo, man,
Este show ha terminado.
look, I drink un café con leche
My
every
shit
morning.
just dried up. Like you were like the poster child for what a Cuban should be, and right now it's the fucking Sahara Desert
I
right
know,
there.
that's why I fucking like hate saying that shit, but I'd be lying.
I don't drink
Yo
rice
me
and
meto un
beans
café-
and pork. I don't eat rice and beans and pork either.
Mira, tú
So I'm
también,
like,
tú eres una
yo estoy
falsa.
peor. Yo estoy una
Una
falsa.
Fucking, but I do un café con leche every morning. Pero you'll very rarely catch me con una colada. And it's just
Yeah?
because they're too sweet and,
Is Miami the best city in the world?
yes, for a Cuban, absolutely. I would say for any minority. But more importantly, a Hispanic, if you're anywhere else in the country, you don't come mierda.
What do you want the government of this city to do differently that you've seen that it's going in a place? Mine is the building of Miami. We're losing our character. What is yours?
Bueno, eso no va a parar for nobody. I wish maybe they would keep a little more things historic.
Like my house.
I wanted to look out for the fucking residents more, man. Like parking.
Yeah.
I don't think parking should be cost as much as it does. You go to any event downtown,
It's ridiculous.
y te meten por la cabeza 40 pesos. It's
There's no parking anywhere anymore.
it's an abuse.
There's no parking anywhere anymore.
Es un descaro, to be
Yeah.
quite honest. I don't like what they did to the beach. South Beach, the second they made Ocean Drive a boardwalk,
Yeah.
se jodió la cosa.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's like a Latin, not even Latin, because the majority of those people aren't from here.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Bourbon Street.
It's Mango
Señor.
se jodió Fat Tuesday, se jodieron todas las. Yeah.
The landmarks, the fucking staples from Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. really couldn't tell you. Politically, man, I'm out of the loop locally, which is not a good thing.
Miami Airport or Fort Lauderdale Airport?
Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I hate that drive, bro.
No, but it's so much like faster and everything. Everything in Miami is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but fuck, I hate that drive, bro.
And now is the only question.
You get here at the wrong time from the Fort Lauderdale airport.
Yeah, it's a
y
mess.
te mete 2 horas to get
Oh,
home.
it's true. Airport itself, Fort Lauderdale is better. Miami, I travel a lot and I'm used to it. But anyway, it's better when I got my global entry. La respuesta que ningún cubano. This is a hard one. El Versailles o la carreta.
Bro, I just got asked this on the last podcast I was on.
That's the only
It's the
question.
first time I got asked, and now this is the second time.
If we cannot. There's no way that we can answer.
Yo no,
I say depends on the time.
I fucking say carreta. I'm not an opening Cuban like that. My grandmother would never fucking go to Versailles.
Right?
I like la carreta.
Anyways, ¿te gusta la comida con cucaracha? La carreta es más.
Sí.
I love it. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
You promised me that we're going to do this podcast.
Vamos para allá, chica.
We're going to
I'm
talk
ready.
about it. I want you to get your house by April. I want to do this. I don't want real people to die. I'm very glad that you que no te han tirado tanto dinero so you could not be you. I want you to make money, and I want you to make money on ways that so I don't lose you. So thank you very much for being here, señores. Si quieren hacerle alguna pregunta, make sure, and we're going to leave all his Instagram and everything over here. Si les molesta, también déjenle sus hate comments. We make content out of that also. I actually like it more. So,
Hello, back.
nos vemos.
I got a show.
Yes.
Next Friday, October 4th at 10 p.m. Doral Improv, and then I got a show November 11th in Tampa. Holla back.
I'm going to try to put this out before October.
Tranquila.
Oíste? So, if you didn't get the October show, make sure November in Tampa.
11th.
November
in Tampa.
11th. ¿Dónde en Tampa?
It's in Funny Bone. Sorry.
If I don't take this trip that I want to take, I might go. Tú sabes que yo fui a un show de Ramil en Tampa and have a story que me comí un caramelito de los míos y
Didn't go as planned.
no, me lo comí el día anterior y sucedió algo por la puerta de atrás que nunca sucede. And I was so scared que yo fui
cagalera.
a Pamper al show. De aquí para allá manejé en Pamper y fui a Pamper. Anyways, bye. Bye. Nos vemos.